The next thing you Hey guys, TJ here today. I'm going to make a video about Fulfillment by Amazon, Shipment, and actually putting all the pieces together and making sure that you are successful with your first shipment. So we're going to jump right into the video. The first thing I'm going to do is show you on the computer how to get to the Fulfillment by Amazon Shipment Center so you can actually set it up. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is in your Seller Central page, you're going to go to your Manage FBA Inventory. And this is going to assume that you've already uploaded all of your items and priced them. You're going to either choose the items that you're going to include, or you're going to click this right here, which is going to choose all of them. And then you're going to click this, make sure it's on Send/Replenish Inventory. I'm going to click Go. And this is it. So, alright, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose where you're shipping from. So this can be where your business is located. I operate out of my house, so I put my home address, but if you had a building or if you had a different location where you actually are going to be shipping your items from, then you can actually do that. Now, if you're doing Fulfillment by Amazon, you have a private label, so that will be you actually manufacturing your own goods, or if you order wholesale, then it may change where you have your location, because if I know I'm drop shipping versus private label, then I could actually have them sent from a different location. You know, they may come from Kentucky, they may come from China, you know, they may come from wherever. But you just need to specify the location in which you are shipping from. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to choose your package type. So this is going to be the actual package you're going to be sending your items in. So I send mine in a box, and I send the standard size. So let me show you. Now these boxes can be purchased from Office Max or Office Depot or Walmart or wherever, but you want to make sure they are sturdy boxes, and you want to make sure that they will fit all of the products that you have, and also, you know, the bubble wrap and everything else. So the ones that I choose is 12 by 12 by 9. So this is a very sturdy, thick box, and when you're putting a lot of items in your boxes, you're going to want to have a very sturdy box, because you don't want it to bust open and break or whatever during shipment, because Amazon is very fickle about sending your items back. They want to charge you if they receive items that are damaged. So you want to make sure they don't get damaged in shipping. That's one of the major things, you know, during this whole process of sending your items to Amazon. I also put a link down to the standard box sizes in the description below, so you can kind of have an idea. You want to make sure before you go to the store, you know, what you're going to need in terms of size. And I always try to keep it standard. So when I do my shipments, which of course I'm selling my watches, I normally send Amazon between 150 to 200 watches. So that box size I just showed you is perfect for that many watches. Now if I were to ship double that amount, I'll probably have to get a box double that size, of course. And if I was sending a smaller shipment, I would have to change my box size accordingly. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to actually have to label what's in the box. So you're going to tell Amazon, okay, I have 5 of this type of product, 5 of this type of product, 100 of these, 25 of these. They want to know actually what's in the box. Now, Amazon has what's called a commingled inventory, and the commingled inventory is when there are different types of inventory in that box. So you may sell cosmetics or something like that, and they want to know, you know, is it lip balm, is it powder, is it lipstick, whatever. You know, they're going to want to know what's actually inside the box. Now, if you are doing just one type of product, then you may be able to get away without putting 2 labels on them. If you are doing commingled products, then you're gonna have to have 2 labels on it. I always put 2 labels on mine just for peace of mind, that when they get it, they know exactly what it is, and the shipment won't take a long time to process, because if they have questions, it can delay your shipping and it can delay your selling. So we don't want any kind of delays when we're trying to sell our products. I talked about the 2 labels. This is where you have to know your SKU number, and Amazon will furnish these when you create your product. So it's very important when you're creating your listings to write those SKU numbers down, also your ASIN number, and also your UPC number. Because if you don't write those numbers down, you're going to be fumbling around every time trying to find them, and it's easier just to have either an Excel spreadsheet or a notebook. I have mine written in a notebook. It's just easier for me to pick up my Empowered by TJ notebook, open it up, look at it. Okay, this watch is this UPC, this ASIN, this SKU number. It's just, it's easier for me to do it that way. The next thing we're going to talk about is the prep fees. So Amazon will prep all of your shipments for you for a small fee. And when I say a small fee, it's not really a small fee. So when I started out, I prepped everything myself, and I fumbled through it. It was not the easiest thing to do because I didn't know what I was doing. I was actually looking at the prep fees. It was going to be, I believe, maybe $75 when I sent them 125 washes. What you would do if you wanted Amazon to prep your packages is you would send them your product label, which would be, this type of thing. You would send them your barcodes. I don't know if you can see that, but you would send them your barcodes, and you would send them your other labels that actually go on the products themselves. So what I did was, I had 7 products. So what I did was I ordered 7 UPC codes. So the 7 UPC codes is what you're going to need to create your product. You're going to need that also to create your ASIN and to create your SKU. So you're gonna want to make sure that you have your UPC before you go into creating your listing. I purchased the barcodes, and they actually sent me the barcodes on a sheet with sticky labels. So it's something you can just pull off and stick right onto your product, and it makes it so much easier. So I do recommend doing that. Also, I went to Office Depot and I purchased some sticky labels. So they were about $12, and I believe it was a pack of 500 or maybe 250. I don't know. It was just the sticky label. So you go in and you want to print off your second label, which is going to be your SKU number, SKU number. You are going to want to have some sort of sticky label. Let me tell you why. You start prepping your items and you go and you have 200 items laying on your bed or on the floor. It's going to be extremely overwhelming. So you want to do everything that you can to make it simple and make it easy. So these sticky labels right here saved my life, because it took me so less time trying to prep everything. That's enough about labels. Labels are very important. That's why I keep going over it. You go in to your shipping center. The first thing it's going to ask for after you tell them what's in the box and what type of box is going to be your product name. Now, if you have already created your listings, Amazon should already have these, so you should just be able to click on the product name that you want to, and it should automatically put in your ASIN and the SKU number associated with it. Alright, so then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to tell the condition of the products that you're sending. So if they're brand new products, if it's a product that you order, used, or if it's it could be collectible cards, it could be some type of jewelry, whatever it is, you tell if it's new or used or whatever kind of condition it is. It's the next thing that Amazon's wanting to do. When you are prepping your packages, you need to make sure you check the Who Preps Packages mark. So that's going to be the very next thing on the shipping center is Who Preps. So this is what we talked about earlier. Is it going to be you prepping them, or is it going to be Amazon prepping the packages? So if you're going to prep the packages yourself, you're going to click the box saying you're going to prep them, because if you don't, Amazon is going to charge you a prep fee, which you don't want to get charged unless you want Amazon to prep them for you. The next thing they're going to want to know is how many units you actually have in your box. So if you have 150 items or units, you're going to tell them 150. You do have to be specific on the quantity of each item. So if you have commingled items, if you have, 50 of this lip balm,
50 of this lipstick, 50 of this mascara, 50 of this watch.
I want to know numbers of what to expect when they open up the box, because they want to speed it through the shipment process. Once they get it, receive it, they can scan both barcodes, it's in the system, they put them where they need to go, and it's done, quick. That's the whole point of doing this, making sure your shipment is correct. Let's talk about the labels again. I know we've talked about it a bunch, but when you prep your packages, you want to make sure your labels are scannable. So they need to have a barcode as well as the number, and they need to be, if you have 2 labels on your product, you want to make sure they are separated so they can scan them individually. So normally when I do my labels, I will put one here, and this is a foldable thing. So I will put one up here at the top, and I'll also put one down here at the bottom. You can also put one on the side and one on the side like that. That way, when they're scanning them, they can cover one up, scan the other one, cover the other one up, scan the other one. So that way, it's not messing up the codes. So we're done with that. For non-commingled items, you will need a product label or Amazon product label. That's going to be your other label, your additional label that you're going to need. So now we're talking about 3 labels for non-commingled. So since all of mine were the same type of product, so I only had to put 2 of those labels. So what I did was I chose the 2 that was going to be easiest for me. I put the UPC and I put the SKU number. Now you can either use the SKU number or you can use this Amazon product label number. Now Amazon will assign this Amazon product label, and if you go to Office Depot and purchase your sticky labels, you can actually choose the number or choose the label sheet, so it'll have like AA02 or whatever for the actual label size. And you can actually choose that on Amazon when you get to this step, which is going to be closer to the last step, I believe, in the whole process. And it'll automatically populate it, and you can print it from your computer. So that's what I did. I went on there. I told them, I had this type of label sheet. It automatically populated it. It made it into a PDF. I printed it off straight onto my paper, and I slapped them on my product. All right, labels are done. So that's basically it. Once you get to the end, it's going to have you to print off your shipping weight. So a lot of people get confused when we talk about shipping weight, because it's kind of hard to kind of judge the weight of the product. So what I did was I purchased a shipping scale. I don't know if you can see it. Purchased this shipping scale. I got it from stamps.com, but you can get them from your USPS postal service, or you can probably find them at Walmart. It plugs into your computer here, and it just sits on the table. You can set your box on it, and it will tell you exactly what the weight of your product or your box is. So this is going to be very important when you're sending your box off, because you're going to have to pay for shipping for your box, and you don't want to pay for a 15-pound box when the box on the way is 10 pounds. You know what I mean? Now, you can take your box to your shipping, wherever you're shipping from, FedEx or UPS or USPS, and you can actually have them weigh it and pay for your box then. The reason I did this was because I wanted to make the process as easy as possible, because I do have a full-time job. So, I weighed my box. Amazon actually lets you put in the weight of the box and the size of the box. It will print off the shipping label. You can go ahead and pay for your shipping right there on the Amazon website. And they say you get a discount. I'm not sure if there's really a discount there, but they say you get a discount on shipping. So I would recommend that. It does save you a little bit of time. You can put the label on your box, tape it up, and you can just drop it right off at your shipping center. So I believe that's it for today, guys. I will have another video about Amazon versus eBay in terms of fees and in terms of the actual service that you're going to have, the customer service and everything else. Kind of do a versus between the two, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.